The Brown Homestead invites the community to 3 special afternoons of family-friendly fun this summer at Open Door Days. Joining me in the studio from the Brown Homestead is Sara Nixon and Theresa Felicetti. Sara, can you share the history of the Brown Homestead?
Absolutely. So the Brown Homestead as an organization was founded in 2015. We're working to restore the oldest home in St. Catharines, which was built in 1796. The homestead was founded, or I guess settled, I should say, from John Brown and Magdalena Brown. They're United Empire Loyalists who came from the United States after the American Revolution. They settled on the property, built this great home, and farmed on the property, created a homestead, and it's been a farming house up until 2015, really, until we started the organization.
So amazing. And you already had an event in July, now one on August 17th. What can people expect from attending the event?
Yes, so we're really excited about the Open Door Days. We're picturing them as these summer afternoons of family fun. You can go to the grounds, it's free to attend. You can wander the property, head in for a tour of the John Brown house, check out our heritage demonstrations at the dairy. There will be music and ice cream. And we're also excited because we're bringing in some community vendors to kind of showcase a lot of the other cool community stuff that's happening. So on August 17th, you'll see the Mackenzie Printery come from Queenston and bring a printing press that you can use. The Bruce Trail Conservancy will be there also. So it's kind of just an opportunity to come enjoy the property. It's, we're surrounded by the short hills and vineyards, so it's just a really nice spot to be in the summertime. And we wanted it to be a place where you can just enjoy. That's really all it is.
And there's some plans, future plans, for the 1850s dairy. What's that all about?
So our dairy is a brick building that was used for milking or for bringing in milk from the cows when we were a working farm. And the plans now is to restore the building with the hope of it eventually being adaptively restored to be an ice cream shop where we can one day serve ice cream from the building. Again, we're right in the middle of wine country. We're right across from the short hills. So how nice would it be for hikers and winery hoppers to stop by for ice cream is the vision for the site. And so this event is kind of to play with that idea. We'll be serving ice cream there. And then by having kind of an opportunity for people to come to the grounds, we can envision what that ice cream parlor would look like in the future, and something to get the community excited about that idea in the coming years.
And it's a free event. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Theresa.
No, I was just going to jump in and say, as part of that event, we worked with the Brock Digital Humanities Department, and we had 2 students do 3D renderings of what that building could potentially look like as an ice cream shop. So we'll have those on display, the renderings that they did for people to see and help further kind of envision that space. So that will be fun.
I like that, because it's one thing to put the proposal forward, but if you can't really see it or visualize it, it's nice to see it in 3D. So that's really cool that you partnered with Brock to do that.
That's great.
Yeah, the students did a really great job, and it's cool to see those images right beside the physical building, so you can envision what that would look like. And yeah, the Brock students were wonderful to work with, so we're happy to showcase their work.
And so the event is free, other than I think there's just a donation for the ice cream, is that right?
Exactly. So we're encouraging people to just bring some cash if you're interested in ice cream, which, I mean, who isn't on a hot summer day? But if you're looking just to explore the site, then just come on in and we're happy to have you.
I was saying in the green room, being born and raised in St. Catharines, I didn't know a lot about the Brown Homestead and the history behind it. Why is it important for people to know about that?
I find because we are an old farmhouse, we tell the stories of what it was like to be a rural farming family in Niagara from the late 1700s on and through the 20th century. So people who visit the site, they latch on to that idea of farming and community and kind of that simpler way of living, but also in the way that we restore the house as well. We're not restoring the house to one particular era. We're looking at the Georgian era, the Victorian, even into the 1920s. There's some some of that restoration also. So people come into the house and they identify with some of the styles that they see, some of the wallpaper that's around, or a trim around a window, for example. So people also identify with the house as well. And to be able to create a space where people can see themselves and see their own history in that space, I think is really important.
Yeah, I think that's really cool that you've highlighted different eras in the house. And then Theresa, you were mentioning the connection with the local school too and their work at the house.
Yeah, so another kind of big factor that we do is we really bring people into the kind of heritage conservation restoration process and why these skills are important. And we work pretty closely with the Willowbank School of Restoration Arts, which is where it's a 3-year diploma program. Students learn all about built heritage management, conservation, cultural landscapes, and we bring them in and have them help with some of our projects. So they rebuilt a wooden plaster wall using traditional methods. So we work closely with them, and like it's not like we tell everyone we're going into a restoration project and say you can't look. We bring them into that process. We do a lot of videos of how we're going about it. So we really enjoy engaging people in that. And at the open door days, we'll have a restoration station set up that will be talking about the different restoration projects that are going to be taking place in that space. So last time it was all about wooden window conservation, and then at this one we're talking a little bit about sheep wool insulation and how that can be used in heritage buildings.
Amazing. Yeah. Moving forward, how can people find out more about the events at the Brown Homestead?
You can definitely head to our website, just thebrownhomestead.ca. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. You can find us there, and TikTok for people who are on TikTok. A lot of our restoration videos that Theresa was mentioning, we put on TikTok as a way to engage the heritage techniques. It's kind of cool to be able to bring the community into that process so that they can feel invested. And you come to the event on August 17th. There's another one on September 14th, and a lot will have changed from them too. So it's kind of cool for people to see the process as we're restoring and as we're doing that work.
Amazing. And free tours every Thursday. So that's also great for people to attend. Theresa and Sara, thank you so much for coming into the studio today.
Thank you for having us.